This is the Continental High Performance Corner. A closer look at the fastest race boats in the world. Welcome back to Tri-Cities. Between heats, we have a chance now to look a little more closely at one aspect of racing. A lot of people feel this new power plant behind us on the Kenny Toyota Volvo Mazda might be the future of hydroplane racing. A turbocharged Griffin, right?
Well, always seem to be involved with something new and different. I guess U95 days with the first turbine and now the first turbocharged Griffin. It's kind of fun and exciting.
Basically now, for everybody at home, what are you doing? We know the Griffin, the horsepower that it has. Now you're turbocharging with 3 turbos, in fact.
Right, Don. We've got added 3 turbos to the back of the boat. We've isolated that with a carburetor behind, basically to more or less keep it as its own system. Instead of attaching the turbos directly to the motors and having each turbocharger attached to the engine and going in and out with an engine change, these all stay in the boat. There is a carburetor, and we're inducing fuel through the turbochargers.
The tall tales, maybe it's true, I don't know, but they have often said a Griffin has up to 3,000 horsepower. You combine that with turbos, which is supposed to create even more horsepower. Is that, in fact, the basic theory?
We really believe that capabilities of the Griffin motor are upwards in the 4,000 horsepower range. And with this size hull, we, of course, need that. And we're in hopes to slowly dial this program in.
What about cost? Is this now comparable to a turbine program?
Gee, I don't think any of the owners want to sit down and pencil how much it costs exactly. The development of anything costs a little bit more, as everybody knows in the racing game. We have really cut some corners with this program. Of course, we did run turbocharged Allisons, so for us to do this has been a lot simpler cost-wise than it would be maybe somebody starting out for the first time. The turbines are proving out to be, of course, the boat that goes the fastest. I mean, they're tremendous. The horsepower to weight ratio, it's really tough to beat.
But with something like this, the piston engine is still alive by all means.
Right, Don. If anybody's going to have a chance against the turbines, at least to be competitive in a day-to-day racing format with a piston motor, it's going to possibly be with this motor, hopefully with this program in this boat.
Leif Borgeson, he ought to know. And between heats, let's check around the pits now. Sponsored damage, right side to the Pepsi America's Choice. Mitch Evans' boat. You can see the sheet metal ripped away. They've got time, though, to repair it. Hopefully, Mitch helping out as well. You can see him in his racing suit over at the Pietro's Pizza. Looks like an engine change may be needed after their problems in their earlier heat. Let's get a word from Todd Yarling, the driver. Todd, what's the situation?
We'll just change motor for the next heat. It ended up being a pretty decent 3rd place, but we could have had a 2nd. The motor I think we just stuck a valve in it. You know, that happens a lot.
Plenty of time to change an engine.
Oh, yeah, we should have.
Down at the Miller camp, trying to straighten one of their shafts. That's something you don't see all that often, but Scott Hanauer there on the left, Chip's brother, helping out. More prop problems?
No, well, yeah, I wasn't sure at the time. I got a vibration, shut it down, so I don't know.
So it's still a question mark as to what it is.
Yeah, at this point. I think we know part of what the damage is, but we don't know how much damage there is, so we're going to have to do a little damage control here.
But it's not engine, it's more running parts?
Well, I don't know. The vibration can come from about 10,000 different sources. It's a matter of running it down.
And a popular place to visit for tourists here in the state of Washington, McNary Dam. One of several dams that have, well, you might say, tamed the Columbia River for hydroelectric power throughout the western half of the United States. Back in just a moment.